Y-type frame. I'm sure you've seen it. You know,
The
just
Victory.
well, it wasn't actually a Victory. It was kind of like,
Those were the first ones.
yeah. And so anyway, all these years went by, and this was just before we left Wheeling one. I get a hold of Paul, and I don't want one of his machines. So it isn't too long, I get a box in the mail, and what the shit? Son of a bitch rattles. And I open it up, and all the pieces are in there. I called him up, and I said, "Goddamn, Paul, I want one of your machines." He said, "I sent you one of my machines." I said, "Yeah, in pieces." Well, he says, "You work a different machine than I do now." I said, "I know it, but I'm sending this back." I said, "I want a Paul Rogers machine." So I sent it back to him, and he put it together for me. Damn.
People would call him up, Paul Rogers, they call him up all hours of the night and day. Paul, my machine's not running. And listen to it, and run their machine on the other end of the line. Sometimes he could tell, though, you know, like coils loose, this, that, you know, by their description and the sound that it was making. Sometimes he knew what it was. Other times he just had them send the machine in, he'd fix it and send it back.
He told me one time, he said, this was Philly Convention, I think he told me that. He said, I could sit with a room and a telephone, and he said, make a good living. Tuning machines on the phone.
He'd tell them what to do step by step.
Yep.
And he just had that refined ear enough to hear
Yep.
what little thing was
Most
going
time,
on, huh?
Yep. Strictly by
most
ear.
times,
I often wonder if he's still around, what his thoughts would be on all the tuning machines now, like the what's in that? Acron.
Icon? E-I-K-O-N?
However you pronounce it, Acron.
Icon? How do you say that?
I always pronounce it icon, but that I
Icon.
ain't saying
I
that's
don't know
right. I
either.
don't know.
And I talked to that guy back when he was just starting out, and I never could understand when he said it. As many times as I heard him say it, I never could just figure out just how he did say it, or if he ever said it twice the same way. But I wonder what he'd think of all of his tuning equipment.
Was he still alive when Danny there and Fowler and Roanoke started selling machines and then would have them send them back if
Yeah,
they stopped
yeah,
running? Was
yeah.
he still working then?
Yeah.
Can't remember that for sure. Danny Fowler was the next one to jump on that bandwagon.
Well, he didn't do it by phone, but
No.
if you
but,
bought a machine from him, he'd repair it.
You know, if your machine stopped running, he'd send you overnight. If the kid only had 2 machines, he'd send a machine overnight to the kid, and the kid would send his to Danny. And he'd
I
just
think
keep-
Give him a loaner, huh?
I think he quit that loaner thing.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything much about him.
I don't hear much about him anymore neither. I haven't been around him.
Every time I say that, I find out that another one's dead. That's why we're not hearing anything. It just, Do you want some more muffins?
Oh, do you want to? I'm still
I'm good.
pretty full there. I noticed on those Jonesy machines you had, I call it fish tape, but I guess other people call it sparkle tape. What do you
It's
call it?
fish tape.
You call it fish tape
That's what we
too?
get at the fish store.
What? Tell me about, so Jonesy never used sparkle tape or fish tape.
No.
He just used black tape, right? Usually?
Uh,
What were his machines? I
T-
don't
t-
remember.
he
tell-
used, it was a cloth tape. Usually it was used for repairing books at the library.
Bookbinding tape.
Is that what it is? Bookbinding tape?
Yeah.
To me, bookbinding tape is like this stuff here.
Oh, okay.
Scotch,
Uh-huh.
but that's not it. It's cloth. And
Regular bookbinding.
some of the companies are using it again now. But I don't know, that fish scale stuff, it just, it went like hell for years.
Tell me the first time you ever saw fish tape on a tattoo machine, or where did that even come from?
Uh,
Was Paul the first person to do that? Do you think, or
No,
no, no.
no.
Paul had some different stuff early on, now that you mention it, that was like bigger scales. I don't know what it was for, but they were kind of a fan shape. They'd come around like this and around like this, but they were much bigger than what everybody calls National. National just have sold a lot of it, you know. But it's like you said, it's for buy it all up and down that Outer Bank, any color you want. Guy give me a bag of it. I think I still got some of it left.
He uses everything for coil covers. Sometimes he'll just see something he likes and reduce it down and make a coil cover out of it, you know, like pictorial type thing.
I like leather,
And
leather snake skin. And I like to pick my leather. I got some that's done with Jag upholstery and Mercedes naturally, and Porsche. I like ostrich, and I got some. Did you ever look at ostrich leather?
I've never seen it. No, I can't
Well-
say I've ever seen ostrich leather.
Yeah, you.
At least if I have, I didn't register that it was that. So.
It's
looks like it has little circles in it.
it's thin leather, real flexible, almost like Italian glove leather, but yet thinner than that.
Well, if you
No.
get the ostrich glove leather, but if you get ostrich for a belt, it's thick.
Yeah, but even the glove leather is, and it's got like little circles in it where that quill has been pulled out, just here and there. It's unusual. I've got some done in,
Look online, it shows you all.
I've got some that's done in, I can't think of the name of it. That Oriental frog.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know what the name of it is.
Yeah, them was some expensive coil covers. I had to buy a goddamn purse to get the goddamn stuff. And I almost done it a couple conventions ago. God damn. There was a purse there, they're selling a bunch of shit in there, you know how they
The
throw in a
old-timey
flea
stuff.
market on the end and all that. Well, I guess it was just outside. But there was,
It's the old-timey dresses and purses and hats that everybody's going
there was some real fine snake skin there that had been,
purse.
it had been bleached white. And I just goddamn near bought that purse for that leather. But, I didn't.
He's made a lot of all different kinds of pretty machines, using different types of stuff on the coils, different types of.
That sword hanging up there against the wall. I don't know if you notice it amongst the
See
junk
there
or
by the
not.
shelf in the middle?
That is cobra skin, and that's one cobra.
Oh wow.
That was one big king cobra.
Wow.
And,
So how many machines do you think you built in your lifetime? If you had to take a
well,
take a guess.
tell you the truth, I've never actually built a machine. I've never cast a frame.
Well,
Or
assemble
typewriter.
maybe is a better
Oh
word.
hell, I got no idea. But I mean, you know,
Yeah.
to really say you build a machine, you got to start with block iron. You know what I mean? All I've ever done is work off somebody else's stuff.
Mechanic the machine would maybe
That-
be the
that's that's about it.
better word.
But I had one guy when I had the wheeling shop, a German guy, and I was repairing machines for him. And Christ, it goes along, and the machines keep coming in. Talk to him on the phone, and he said he had quite a few machines to
From
do.
Germany, that guy.
German guy. And so he didn't seem to be, you know, he wasn't hunting no price or nothing. And so I asked him, I said, you been working on these machines? He said, none of them been worked on. I said, what do you mean none of them been worked on? He said, they're all my machines. He said, I can't do nothing mechanically. Which, you know, when he said that, I knew it was froze right in his mind. He couldn't. And so I hit him with a price. That was good. And he said, well, he said, if it amounts to more of that or less than that, he said, we can balance it out later. So he started selling it, sending me a couple machines, and then a few more, and a few more. And I'm getting these machines in from him. And they're just broken. I got machines from him that all they needed was a goddamn screw file on it. You know, a slight bend on a spring, anything. And it keeps going, it keeps going. And finally I figured out what he's doing. He's over there in Germany, there's nobody's working on machines. So he's middleman. So this is fine with me. Our agreement was more than good. And in fact, I even asked him, I said, this was early on, I asked him, do you feel like I'm charging you too much money for what I'm doing to your machines? He said, I don't know what you're doing to my machines, but they come back running. So we had no money problem, no nothing, the machines just keep coming. So I figure he's middleman, he's out hustling machines, sending them me, getting them repaired, kicking them back to whoever. I done, what was it, 89? Can you imagine I repaired 89 machines for one guy?
Yeah, can you imagine? He used to sit, when he was talking about working with the syndicate, he used to repair all the syndicate's machines.
Oh, that was fine.
And that syndicate had shops.
Is that boxes of machines?
And where was that?
Chicago.
Exactly.
What kind of machines did they have? I mean, were they all
Well,
Jonesies or like?
No, they were mixed. In fact, there was I even worked on some machines that I don't know what they were.
What would you see the most of there?
Probably that Chicago machine.
What was that? The Chicago Supply?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the single upright or whatever.
Yeah, it looked a lot like a Zeiss machine. Seen a lot of Zeiss machines too. So anyway, finally I get a letter from him, and he said, I was hoping to have some pictures for you. But he said, I want to get this letter out for you. He said, I'll get the pictures to you. And, but he said, it isn't likely I'll have very many machines, if any at all, from now on. Well, damn, a good thing ended. I was hoping he'd just hustle them forever, you know. And he sends me some pictures. And he didn't screw around. I mean, we're not talking about snapshots. He got a photographer to do it. He took one wall of his shop and it mounted an odd looking little hook in it. In fact, I had him send me one because I couldn't quite understand just what it was that was keeping it there where somebody couldn't slide it off. And so these, I don't know what they were. They were something they used in Germany. Had a little flip down on the back. And unless you knew how to open that sumbitch, you couldn't get that machine out the wall without pulling the hunk of wall out. And they had long screws on them. And so all of these machines are mounted on a wall. 89 machines. And so that's the odd number. So I don't remember what I sent. Do you remember what machine I sent him? Finally, I sent him a machine. Told him, even out your number. Uneven numbers are unlucky, you know. So then what did he do? And I ain't never heard of anybody ever doing this other than him. When you went in to pick your tattoo, apparently he moved his business very slow and to good return of people. Because when you went in to pick your tattoo out you wanted, you also got to pick the machines you want to be tattooed with.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Come on.
I picked one of those over there.
And,
The ladies on it. I picked those.
yeah, and he said it may have had a little bit to do with the economy, but he said in a very short time, his income doubled. And he said that almost 100% of the people were picking the machines they wanted tattooed. And those were all his machines that he had bought. Every time one wasn't right, he bought some more. Those were all his machines. He accumulated that many machines and didn't really have. The only machine that I really got from him that anything was wrong with was, I don't know if it had been dropped or what had happened, but it got a hole poked in the coil just enough to make a short in it. I had to put a set of coils in it. Everything else was just adjustment like you do, anytime. But that wall thing I always thought was interesting. All the machines hanging there on that white wall.
What year was all this? Or approximately?
Be between 80 and 83. 80, yeah,
Between 80 and 84.
between 80 and 84. It was all done within, I've probably done business in about, what, a year? Because he had them machines.
He had everything rolling and wheeling. He was doing flash and selling flash and stuff like that was coming in and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I had a small
Stuff
flash
going on.
company.
But that's when everything fell in the valley. It fell to the point, the biggest tri-state mall in the area had bean feeds for free on Saturdays to get people in there hoping they would spend $1 on an ice cream cone or something,
And then we leave and run into towns that was worse off than that by far.
Yeah. We left the shop most people were giving their eye teeth for.
Do you have any flash around?